years old, was known for his many acts of kindness. His sister, Suzanne, who's a local physician, joins us tonight. Suzanne, thank you for being with us. I'm so incredibly sorry for your loss. First of all, how are you? How's your family holding up?
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, Anderson. Thank you for having me. In terms of how we're holding up, I would say that the honest answer is we're still in shock, and there's still a lot of denial. And I think the reason why I'm able to be here today is because I feel mostly numb. But it's been a really incomprehensible tragedy that we're trying to process.
Tell me about your brother. What was he like?
My brother, Dia, was a 6'3" young man who had the kindest heart, who loved everyone he met, greeted strangers with hugs, and dedicated his life to service. He loved his family, he loved his wife Yusur, he loved his in-laws, and it's a very sad day for both of our families.
There were reports that the suspect and your brother, that they had interactions prior to this. Is that, to your knowledge, true? Were you aware of that?
To my knowledge, yes, there had been issues of some disrespect and harassment from the neighbor's standpoint. It's basically incomprehensible to me that you can murder 3 people by shooting a bullet into their head and killing them over a parking spot. Let's leave it at that.
You think there's more to it?
Absolutely.
I don't want to ask anything you don't want to talk about, so feel free to just, say I don't want to talk about it. But you'd said there had been some interactions. Do you think that they had anything to do with your brother's religion, with how he was perceived by this person?
Having heard secondhand from what a very close friend of Yusur's had said, that basically he had said, because of the way you look and not comfortable with the way you look, and I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
This is really hard.
I know.
I go from being in denial to being really numb to being really angry. I came here today in hopes of shining light on Ziyad's legacy and Yusur's and Razan's, and for the 3 of them, that has been dedication to service. And I want to make sure that they are recognized for that, and that the world realizes what we have lost in the loss of these 3 incredibly brilliant, bright, beautiful, accomplished, successful, respectful, loved 3 young people. If you were within our community, Anderson, you would see just the outpouring of love and support we are receiving from everyone around us, and it's been immensely touching. And I want the world to see that, and I want them to see the true essence of what Ziyad, Yusur, and Razan was, and it was optimism, it was hope, it was love, it was wanting to help anyone and everyone in their local communities and communities abroad, just based on their actions, with work that they have done with homeless communities here, with work that they are doing in Turkey to aid Syrian refugees. Dia was running a campaign with the dental school and with some NGOs to fundraise money for a mission trip later this summer. And yesterday he was at, I believe, 16,000, and today it's over 120,000. And that is amazing. And we want to continue that. And we want them to be remembered for that, because one thing that I knew about Dia is that no matter, he made dental school look easy. He made
that's a hard thing to do.
It is, but he did it because he loved it. He loved what he did. He loved playing with the children when he was working abroad. He was happy in everything that he did, and he made it light. and people loved being around him for that. And selfishly, as the older sister who felt like a second mom to him, I will miss him adoring me and the way he loved me and the way he looked up to me, and the many phone calls where we would talk and we would give each other advice, and he was like, okay, I see your point. And he was the best friend kind of brother.
It's a tremendous loss,
it's
not
not
just
real is what I feel.
Yeah, it's a tremendous loss, not just for your family and for your friends, but it sounds like for the community and for this country. It sounds like your brother was a young man who had already made tremendous contributions and would no doubt continue to do that for the rest of his life.
They were all destined with very bright futures ahead of them. Dia being a second-year dental student at UNC, Yusur having just gotten accepted to UNC Dental School to be starting in the fall, Razan in a very competitive program studying architecture and is very creative. They all had so much to offer, and I just want to make sure that we continue that legacy for them in their name, in their honor, and that all of us as Americans collectively not let their deaths go in vain.
Well, Suzanne, thank you for talking to us. Your strength is really incredible. I lost a brother many years ago under very different circumstances, but I certainly wouldn't have had the strength to speak about him so soon as you have tonight, and I very much appreciate you letting us know your brother just a little bit and continuing to carry on his legacy. Thank you so much.
The three of them have given me the strength to be here today to talk to you. Thank you so much for having me, Anderson.
There is more to report tonight. Coming up next, we have breaking news. President